In real estate, the biggest challenge isn't finding a client, it's finding the right support system. Most brokerages give you one mentor, maybe one sponsor, or in many cases, no real guidance at all. That means if your mentor doesn't fit your style, you are stuck. But what if you had two mentors from day one, each with unique skills, each invested in your success, and both tied to your growth financially? That's exactly what eXp's brand new co-sponsorship program is designed to do, and it's already being called a game changer within the industry. Today, we're diving deep into eXp Realty's co-sponsored program, which was officially launched May 1st of 2025. This isn't just another perk, it's a structural shift in how mentorship, support, and agent attraction works inside one of the most innovative brokerages in the entire world. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how it works, why it matters, and whether this model could change the way you think about your real estate career. Within the traditional brokerage model, there is no guarantee that you will ever be paired up with a mentor that really wants to see you win. I was with two traditional brokerages before, once as a new agent, once as more of a veteran agent, and I was never given any mentorship in either one of those scenarios. And because of this, many agents feel very much unsupported, waiting in line for a managing broker, relying on outdated training, or being left to figure out social media or marketing all on their own. With high turnover in the industry, often comes from that lack of support. Why does co-sponsorship matter? In the traditional brokerage model, you are not guaranteed to have any mentor whatsoever. Not to mention, if you're a veteran agent, you will not get any of that support. If you're a new agent, sometimes they will pair you up with someone on a new agent type bootcamp for a couple weeks. I was with two brokerages before eXp. One is a brand new agent, one is more of an established agent, and I never got mentorship in either one of those scenarios. And because of that, many agents feel very much unsupported, whether it's waiting in line for a managing broker, relying on outdated training, or being left to figure out items such as social media or marketing all on their own. High turnover in the industry often comes from that lack of support, and co-sponsorship tackles this directly, giving agents, both new and veteran, two paths of guidance. If you want to understand how this works, if you are a new agent, doesn't matter if you're brand new to the industry or veteran that joins eXp, their primary sponsor helps you get plugged into the systems and the larger upline. The beautiful thing about co-sponsorship is now that you can pick and choose from two different individuals in the space that can meet your needs directly. So if you're new to eXp and you join, you will always have a primary sponsor that brings you into the brokerage, but now you can have a secondary sponsor. The primary sponsor, will help you get plugged into systems and the larger upline, and the co-sponsor agent might specialize more in YouTube lead generation or a niche market of your own, or perhaps location based. So how does co-sponsorship work if you were to go down this path? A new agent, whether you're a veteran agent or brand new into the industry, you would have still a primary sponsor. And that primary sponsor will still have the same roles and responsibilities as it did before to get you plugged into the systems and the larger upline. But now you can have a co-sponsor that can really perhaps niche down on something you want to learn, such as social media or YouTube, or it may be a little bit more location specific or a context on luxury or commercial, for example. So instead of being locked into one teaching style, you now get two different selections in terms of being mentored. How does this co-sponsorship program work? You still have a primary sponsor, which is named at onboarding. And once you are tied to that sponsor, you will be connected into the 7-level upline of organizational partners. And this is permanent. So make sure when you choose your primary sponsor, it is very, very important that you understand what you are getting offered. Because once you join on, you cannot leave that sponsor unless you want to leave the brokerage for 12 months. I do believe that if you have a co-sponsor that is not pulling their weight, you can cut them loose, but your primary sponsor is still going to be tied with you for your entirety time at eXp. So be very, very careful with that selection. When it comes to choosing your co-sponsor, you can choose within 5 days of joining, and it has to be outside your primary sponsor's 7 levels. This is an optional mentor that you can infuse into your business, and as I mentioned, it can be changed if needed. Both roles are distinct but not overlapping. Your primary sponsor should have something such as influence, systems, and community, and your co-sponsor is going to have a certain skill set, niche, support, and flexibility, and in often cases it's very location specific. So for example, when I joined eXp, we didn't have co-sponsorship, and my direct sponsor is in Colorado. if we were to do things different here now and I had the co-sponsorship option, I could, if I wanted to, have still my amazing sponsor Louis Gold in Colorado, but I could have chosen a co-sponsor here in the Vancouver area to get that community. A big reason why they did this is so that people who are in different locations that still wanted to partner with this specific agent could have some location flexibility and community in that space as well. So this isn't about replacing your sponsor, it's completely about addition to help you and your business produce. So benefits for new agents with this. When you look at your business plan and you look at yourself honestly, the beautiful thing about eXp Realty is now that you can have two sponsors here, you really need to be honest with yourself and your business. What are the things that you lack? And go and find those sponsors to be able to help you with your business. If you want to avoid outdated methods like cold calling or door knocking, you should look for a sponsor or co-sponsor who can teach modern digital marketing, video, or niche strategies for you. Once you have that mentorship, obviously there's a faster ramp up, there's fewer mistakes and time wasted on your end, and a broader perspective, especially when you can have access to many different agents in different locations as well. With this, new agents to the brokerage feel a lot more supported, there's higher retention, and then obviously higher production as well. When it comes to more seasoned veterans, many experienced agents are still stuck in bad habits. For example, an agent who's great at referrals and repeat clients, but perhaps doesn't understand YouTube or social media lead generation. If you pick someone who is a co-sponsor that can fill that void, that co-sponsor can fill that gap without forcing you to leave their primary sponsor's network. It really helps experienced agents innovate, stay relevant, and scale big time. When it comes to team leaders and brokers, obviously recruiting is easier because now you can say, not only will I be your sponsor, but you can also pick a co-sponsor who complements what I don't specialize in. This is all about eXp being agent-centric and providing as much value to their agents as possible. And that's why if you're considering eXp, you really need to understand sponsorship and co-sponsorship and how it can help you change your business. It also creates stronger teams and has that higher retention. Agents are no longer forced into a one-size-fits-all mentorship, and this has just been such a game changer for me 100%. When it comes to the revenue share structure here, and the beautiful thing with this program, they barely touch the model whatsoever. With Real Broker, for example, if you are co-sponsoring someone, the two agents co-sponsoring that individual agent now get 50% each of the revenue share. That is not the case with eXp. As we talk about some of the changes to the revenue share model to make this financially viable for the brokerage, as the primary sponsor, you still get the stock awards, and the co-sponsored agent will now fall into your tier 2. So you'll have tier 2 to 7 open, and that money will still continue to flow to your upline partners. You will no longer get the $4,000 first year bonus if that agent caps. So that is a distinguishing feature here. For the co-sponsor, you actually will get the $2,000 bonus. If that agent caps, you will not get the stock awards, and you'll get levels 1 to 7 of revenue share, but that revenue share money will not go up to the co-sponsor's upline. So sometimes there can be a strategy in terms of how that is set up there. The whole point of this is to encourage collaboration across different downlines and to make the brokerage stronger and to incentivize agents to come into your organizations. When it comes to agent attraction and overall retention of agents, a lot of these objections now are so much easier to overcome. A common objection is, I need local support. That now can be 100% addressed. If you've been talking to an agent that's outside your market that wants to partner with you, you can find an agent within eXp that's within their market that do the co-sponsorship. So that objection completely gets erased. Retention is stronger because agents have a backup if one relationship isn't working, and it builds more connections across the eXp community as a whole. The co-sponsorship program isn't just a perk, it's a shift in the culture of real estate support. It gives agents freedom, flexibility, and accountability. It rewards mentorship financially while still protecting the primary sponsor. And it creates a stronger community where collaboration replaces competition on a whole new level. So is this the future of real estate mentorship? I'll let you decide, but one thing is clear, eXp Realty just made a bold move that could reshape how agents grow, learn, and succeed. And if you're looking for a sponsor or a co-sponsor, make sure you book into my calendar below. The link is in the description below, as well as that QR code, and I'd love to help you take your business to the next level.